Good morning, brothers. Welcome to the Brown Bag Gentleman. It's a Sunday shave again. You can tell by the type of t-shirt I'm wearing here. I gotta wear this underneath my coat and tie, my shirt and tie rather. So I'm gonna try not to make too much of a mess, but that might not be possible today. We'll see. Today, not looking at the nose. This is just glasses messing with me. Just the way the glasses are just, hurting my nose on that side. Seems like this past week. So the razor did do that. Razor did get me up pretty good though last week. I used the, let me get it. Last week I used the Gem G Bar, my favorite vintage razor, but it bit me, and I'll tell you why. Put that in there. I was sick this past week for a few days, so I had a 3-day growth going on, and I never used this razor with a 3-day growth before. And apparently the tolerances for it, it didn't happen. It just didn't work well. Skipping and what have you too, and basically, and I basically got myself a couple spots. So basically I learned that it doesn't like a 3-day growth. Okay, now I know. So I won't do that again. But yeah, so then I used it after that for just probably one day after that, I think. So I didn't get to use it a lot last week, just because I say I was out sick, and I just kind of let the face go. I had a little stomach flu, so no COVID, just a little stomach flu. But today we're just going back. We're going back to Mama today. Mama is the Edwin Jagger DE89. Tried and true, first razor, solid razor. We're going back to basics today. So we're going to do that. And of course, that's not the handle that came with it. That's actually the Game Changer handle that I got on my first Game Changer there. I swapped it out to there because I like that type of handle. So today, let me get started by getting the face wet. I've already come out of the shower. So just a little warm water. Don't have to wash today because I just washed my face, so I don't have to worry about it today. And of course, we're using the big old AP Shave Co. What do they call this? The white. Oh, I forgot what they call this, but cashmere. They're cashmere knot, and it is just the most soft, luxurious head I've ever used. It's just wonderful. And the soap, I haven't used it with the soap yet. The soap is one of those hard to find ones. So this is a mashup. This is 2 soaps in one. This is Cavendish and Gondolier. Cavendish, of course, is pipe tobacco weed type scent. And Gondolier is a very classic aftershave or a cologne scent. And I like it. In fact, I'm following it up with the Gondolier aftershave, which I definitely like. It's definitely a staple. So I'm just going with whoops. Yeah, I'm already getting stuff in the t-shirt. But this is a little bit of a liquidy, a little thin. I mean, it's got nice thickness to it, but it's a little thin for my normal. But I did, of course, I used a kind of when I had the skipping too, I had a little bit of a dry lather, and I'm just, I play with lather. I'm trying to figure out what I like and what works and what have you. So and that one was a bit dry, and it just didn't work. So it was a combination of errors on my part. Pass one with a grain. Edwin Jagger, you know what you're getting. If you're thinking about getting into this DE shaving, Edwin Jagger all day long. It's not too horribly expensive. You can get one for about as low as $35, I think, which is what I paid for mine. I think you can still get one for $35, and I paid that like 11, 12 years ago when I first started this. Of course, they didn't care for the handle that came with it, so I changed the handle. And I've changed the handle on this razor a few times. And why have I changed the handle? Because it's been in my collection that long, and it's been on my go-to razor. Those are my A-list razors that I use the most, and it's been on that shelf since day one, before the shelf even existed. And it's Sunday, but I'm only going one pass under the nose because I really didn't go too much yesterday. Because that little red spot there, it's a little tender today still. So I'm not messing underneath the nose. I'm just kind of knock it down. Because this is 2 days growth today. I didn't shave yesterday. Again, working overtime Saturday morning, so I just didn't have time to shave. Had a meeting at noon. It lasted until about 1:45. Then I had to go clean church for like several hours, and that ate up the rest of the day. So I didn't shave yesterday. But a lot of times too, a Saturday it would be a day that I would skip. I'm gonna skip a day because I hadn't when I've been making the videos, but generally skipping a day would be Saturday. So you get this Sunday morning before church instead. That's when I'm recording this. It'll probably be up sometime today, by this evening, more than likely. Oop. Try not to make too much mess. There, warm the razor. Of course, classic. Oh, the blade of the day is a Nacet. Not really a Keen's Nacet user, but I don't remember using it in this razor, and so I'm trying it. So far, so good. We'll see by third pass. And really, my judge will be tomorrow morning when I come in and I see what the growth is like. That'll be my real deciding factor, what I think about the blade. So far, it's doing okay. Not my favorite. Of course, right now my favorite is the Gillette Silver Blue. Still use a lot of the Astras, tried and true blade. It's always my testing blade for a new razor. Because that's what I used in this. That's what when I first started, I got a multi-pack from Amazon of like 6 or 8 different 5-packs of blades to try. And right from there, I settled on the Astra for what I was given at the time. There was 7 o'clock in that package. It was the Derby, there was Shark, there was Feather. Still not a big Feather fan. Except in certain razors. On my old Mercur 34C, it was just a Feather. And that still didn't bring it up aggressive enough for me. But that was about as good as I could do for that razor. And that's why that razor is no longer in my collection. I gave it away. But if you've got sensitive skin, I would say by all means, because it is an extremely mild razor. And even with a feather, you just can't get it too aggressive. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough performance for me. Of course, when you're DE shaving, if you're pressing down, you're doing it wrong. And I would find myself pressing down, so it was a bad habit to be in. So it was a bad razor for me to use. This is just the weight of the razor does the trick on this one. And when I first started this, and of course, if you go switch from the multi-blades to the DEs, you're going to press down because that's what you know. Just your motor skills, your muscle memory just wants you to press down, and you don't press down. That's the hardest thing to learn with DE shaving, is not to press down. Weight of the razor, and that handle, that's a solid handle, gives it plenty of weight. There is no need to press down. Going against the grain here. No need to press down. Oh, that feels nice. Okay, that's doing pretty good today. Did I get myself? I went a little quick. I might have got myself. Did I? I can't tell. I'll know in a minute. Of course, got little spots on my lip too. I just kind of really tore myself up this week with that razor, with the 3 days growth. Learned a valuable lesson about that razor. Don't do a 3-day growth on it anymore. Go Edwin Jagger. It just works. It just works. Gorgeous chrome on it when you get it. Of course, my chrome is all scratched up quite a bit because it's old. And still going strong. I mean, it's at least 11, if not 12 years old. My first razor I ever bought. You know why I got this razor? Because after I watched a review from Geo Fat Boy, and he really liked this razor and was putting it in his personal collection at the time. So that kind of sold me on it. I bet you could still find that old original video. Or actually, well, I take it back. That affirmed my purchase. I take it back. I had it before then. And I bought it off at Amazon at the time because I didn't even know about Geo Fat Boy or any of these other shaving places. like Phoenix, Artisan Accoutrements, like Italian Barber. Of course, West Coast Shaving wasn't even around then. I think it was a different name, different owner, but I didn't know about it. Maggart's is tried and true. I just like Maggart's too a lot. I like their soaps. Yeah, my wife's current soap. One of her soaps. No, that's Kitty's Bubbles. I think we got it at Maggart's, I think. Where's our Maggart soap? I don't see it. All right. That one might have been run through. I need to get some more. Alrighty. Did a good job. And see, the pickups are easy. See, I just kind of do my buffing right after my third pass. I just kind of finish it off then and there. I don't do a separate soap. Usually, if say I've got a good quality soap like the Phoenix, and this is not the CK6. This is the pre-CK6, and it's still so good. And I've tried samples of the CK6 formula, and yeah, it's good stuff. I like it. A little pricey, I think, but darn it, it's a good soap. He's making a good soap. I'm buying it. He and she are rather, sorry. Douglas and Fran. You guys make good stuff. Am I going to fuss about the price? Yes. And you know why? Because I'm Scottish and I'm old. Sorry, Brandon. Douglas, sorry. But I like a lot of this stuff, obviously, because I say I've got the cube. I didn't use today because I showered instead, so I didn't use the cube. Could I use it as a base? Yeah, but with a Phoenix soap, you don't need to. Another soap? Yeah, I'd definitely use it. In fact, I used it yesterday as the underlayer instead of washing it off type of thing. I used it with that other, that vintage razor, and it just didn't help with I think the blade at that point, it just wasn't working for me. So it's like, put it away, try it another day, and it could have been something with a blade too. I mean, I don't know. Could have been a combination of factors, but all I know is I hurt myself. And we'll revisit that another time after the wounds heal. Okay, cold rinsed cloth now. Oh yeah, close those pores. Oh yeah, close up everything. Nice cold water, close the pores. Important step, people. Cold water rinse. Okay, I'll wash that up after in a minute. Okay, so now run the cold water again. Alum block. There we go. Just get the face wet. And I said it before, if it's alum versus witch hazel, alum. I like witch hazel. Yeah, I tend to, I'm getting where I use it just more spring, summery, and fall, winter, when the skin's drier and more susceptible to getting cut. Alum. It just helps cleanse up the face too. It just helps heal it up. I believe more so than the witch hazel. Having used both, I think this helps me more that way. My 2 cents. Okay, straight Gondolier aftershave. Nice big heavy splash. Oh yeah. Ooh, feel it sting. I'm alive. There we go, spread it around. All right, yes. Ooh, yes. I'll give it a couple minutes and put some lotion on there. Usual drill. You don't often see me put that on because it takes a couple minutes before I put it on. So, alrighty, guys. So, quick, simple shave today. Oh, a little dry skin coming through there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I definitely need a little dry skin poking through. I need some lotion. So we'll do that in a couple minutes. So, hope you guys are like me, are getting ready to go to church and go with God.